books. We've done the news. There's one thing left to do. It's buy, rent, or burn.
Yeah.
Buy, rent, burn. Buy, rent, or burn.
Now somebody explain buy, rent, or burn to Brent.
Because I have no idea. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Because it's a very complicated concept, and we explained it to Brent numerous times. He wasn't getting it.
All right.
I'm not very smart.
Here it is.
I'm not very smart.
People asks about movies, and they usually do it on our Facebook page.com/stupidformovies. Right? You know what the Facebook is?
I know what the Facebook is.
Excellent. You go on our Facebook page, you recommend a DVD that you're interested in. We're not trying to stump anybody. And you want to know if you should buy it, spend money, rent it, which nowadays is probably just streaming it on Netflix or one of those type places, Amazon maybe, or burn it, which means throw it in the fire.
Illegally rip? No. Oh.
No, not allowed. Whoa.
No.
What?
Wait a minute, what
did you say?
How did that even? I don't even know.
I don't know. I heard that from Mark.
We've made a mistake.
I don't.
All right, so this is all from we took a Facebook page, and then we're going to go over to the chat room as well, since we're a live show.
All right.
We have live chat. So we'll go Facebook. We'll start with the ones with the most likes. How about that?
Here we go.
Sounds good.
Jeremy Aruda asks about, with 8 people liking it, Suspiria. Is that how I pronounce it?
Suspiria.
Suspiria.
That's the Giallo film, correct?
Yes.
Argentos.
That's Dario Argento's.
Dario
Dario Argento
yes.
is the major Giallo filmmaker. Giallo being Italian horror. I don't like Dario Argento. I don't like any of his films. So I'm going to say that Suspiria is a burn for me because I don't like Giallo films.
Known as his greatest film.
My recollections of it, I saw this one. There are certain films maybe you see too early, if that makes sense. Like before you have developed a cultured palate. Maybe it'd be like, giving a 5th grader, no like 6-year-old likes mustard, like Dijon mustard or something. So I remember seeing this when I was, look at this guy.
Smart. He's taking some psych.
No, I saw this film sort of too young, and so my recollections of it are being, one, freaked the hell out, because I don't think I'd ever really seen
That's good,
much.
though.
Yeah, it's a striking film. But
so when you saw it, you had a different. So what's your rating now on it then?
My rating, I'd say rent. I'd say rent now, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
It reminds me of.
But it's a strong.
It reminds me of when I saw the Tin Drum when I was like 8.
And it just stuck with you. It haunted you.
Yeah, it's weird. It was like on HBO, and you're like, what the?
That's a buy.
Tin Drum's crazy. Okay, Michael Tran from Facebook asks about Apocalypto, with 7 people liking that suggestion.
We were talking about Mel earlier.
We were. Do we need a film where literally somehow Mel Gibson finds a way to work in a Three Stooges gag in Apocalypto?
Which one is this? Like, is that at the sacrifice?
He works in a he works in a Three Stooges gag, and then he also does that crazy thing where they trick the guy into eating the testicles of that animal. Remember that?
Right.
And you're like,
I thought that was just an outtake, but okay.
No, it's like in the film. Like they're goofing on. Oh ho ho! Og is going to eat the cow testicles.
You're saying it's a buy, rent, or burn?
You're like, what?
So you're saying,
if
he did the Marx Brothers, maybe it would have been better. But they're Jewish, and he would have never done that.
Mel is a terrific director, and I'd have to say, rent it.
It's a rent for me as well. There is,
I'm walking here. Doesn't someone say I'm walking here during that movie?
I think you're thinking of another film.
I swear.
I think you're thinking
Corey,
of another film.
Apocalypto?
Yes, go to do what these kids call to Google. Go Google Apocalypto and I'm walking here. I'm telling you, he says that.
Meanwhile,
by the way,
if
if I'm right,
I
get.
Did you give us a thing yet?
I gave you a rent.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, it's a rent for me
All right.
as well.
Excellent. There we go. Next one is from Jory Valent. 6 people liking this one. The Butterfly Effect.
Oh, come on. Okay, now wait a second. Did you look it up?
Yes,
Am I right or am I right?
you're right.
That's right, everybody. I got
Lion
it.
Chief says, I am walking here.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten.
That's why I host this show.
Apparently.
That and I have no life. The two combined. They combine.
Butterfly Effect for me.
Burn.
I'm going to say burn, but I'm going to qualify it and say, look, if you're interested in these sort of like, skewed perspective films, go see Wicker Park or something. Rent that. But Butterfly Effect is a burn.
Lame. It's got Ashton Kutcher. Everything with Ashton Kutcher is automatically lame.
Like 2.5
No. I love Ashton Kutcher.
Why?
Because we just live streamed some stuff for his company. They're awesome. This company's great. But there is,
you go. But his
I will
movie
say
sucks.
this,
So
there
buy the
is,
butterfly effect.
there is actually a butterfly effect poster in the bathroom, in the offices, which I found a little weird.
His
Okay.
office.
All right,
But they're
next.
awesome.
Here we go.
His production company is doing some really cool stuff.
No, they're not. Okay. Here
No,
we
they
go.
actually are.
No, they're not.
They are. Kevin Klee Lee, with 6 people liking this on Facebook.com/stupidformovies, asked about Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, I've got to buy that. Pan's Labyrinth.
For sure.
That's good times.
Bye.
Wait,
Labyrinth?
No, it's Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, it's just it's Pan's Labyrinth. That's wrong.
That's a buy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's Labyrinth, which is the other film.
Well,
Which
hold
is
on.
still a buy.
Which is still a buy, right?
Watch how quickly we can change this in the TriCaster.
On the
Watch
fly,
This.
watch
This is amazing.
this.
It's not Labyrinth. It's oh god, the caps key was on. It's dun, 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 Pan's
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
That's a
people.
buy.
Come on, that's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
magic.
That's why. You
And
like
by the
new
way,
tech.
I'll throw an additional buy on top of this. You know, if you're interested in that style, that type of Guillermo del Toro, something a little bit offbeat and not in his commercial wheelhouse, Kronos is an early film of
Yeah,
his.
it's an early film of his, which is also terrific.
Yeah,
It really is.
And it just was released fairly recently, I believe, on Criterion DVD.
That's right. It's a really
we're
good
gonna make
film.
an hour here. We can almost make this show an hour for the first time ever. Let's try it.
Sweet.
David Orton asked
is that a good
about
thing
the
or a bad
fall
thing?
from
It's a good thing.
the fall from Tarsem Singh.
Ah,
Tarsem Singh is a former music video director
Yes.
who did the Cell.
Yes.
Oh, that's
With
the name of the guy.
Jennifer
Oh, I
Lopez.
see.
And then he did
Fall's the name
Suspect
of the
Zero.
movie.
And then he did
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Fall. You know what?
Look, I'm not that bright.
He's an interesting
well, and
guy.
in fact, the surname fell off of his name. He
Boom.
just goes by Tarsem now.
he does go
Yeah.
by Tarsem. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
So
that
the
is
Fall, I think he's an interesting guy. That film is not his best. I like The Cell actually. I'd give that a rent. The Fall.
I confess I have not seen The Fall. I've seen his other films,
All right.
not that one.
Okay.
Would have seen.
Fail.
Daniel Jansen asks about Sling Blade.
Sling
A lot
Blade.
of people like that one. Yes.
Now's the time for your French fried potatoes impression, Mark.
You gotta buy that French fried potatoes.
Wow.
I've never been asked to do that. I
was
I
terrible.
just made that up right now.
Was that Gump?
I don't know what that was.
That was like drunk gump.
Gum.
Drunk to go.
And
But-
my Halloween costume.
Buy that domain, by the way, right now.
Drunk Gump.
drunkgump.com. I'm getting that later tonight. It's a buy from me
That's
as
my
well.
favorite at the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. I love the drunk gump.
Anything else? Let's go.
Yes,
Come
we're
on.
going to let's go to the let's go to the Ustream chat first. Ustream
Yeah.
chat. E Alvarez 88 asked about Godfather 3.
Ooh.
Oh, you see, he's trying to mix it up with the
Yeah.
two that are masterpieces and the other one that blows. But yet you're grading on a curve. So the fact is that Godfather 3 is still better than 99% of the films that came out that year. But compared to Godfather 1 and 2, it's like eating dog vomit. So
How do you know that?
how do you
How do you possibly know that?
how do you say that? I mean, what do you
Godfather
say
4,
with that?
Ashton Kutcher.
Huh? The Godfather effect with Ashton Kutcher. So you know what? I'm gonna say. I mean, what do you say? Do you say the moon? Oh, that's a tough one.
Well, it's interesting
terrible.
because you're sort of all in.
You are all in.
You're so all in based on those first two that I can't conceive of the person that is like Godfather 1, Godfather 2. You know, I didn't really hear that many good things about Godfather 3. I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to push back.
So you're saying it's like Clone Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a buy.
You're
It's
gonna
a buy
have
for
to
me.
buy it just because
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
see
'Cause
it, but it's not good.
It comes in a package. IMJC28 asks about Falling Down.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a Joel Schumacher film. It's a great on Blu-ray, by the way. There's a new Blu-ray came out about 6 months ago. It's terrific. I like that film a lot. Michael Douglas great in it.
It's one of Michael Douglas's best haircuts in film. I think we can agree on that. Yeah, it's a buy for me as well. It really captures that sort of bubbling rage that exists in the all-white guys. Because, God, they have such difficult lives, right? We do,
Yeah,
for
it's hard.
sure.
It's hard.
It's hard being white.
Yeah.
It's hard out there for a white person.
You were doing a movie.
I was trying to think of jokes.
It's
and
hard
I
out
just,
there for a
like,
film.
I just can't think of any jokes.
Okay, here we go. Next.
Yeah.
Come on, I got hit in the head. Obviously, I got hit in the
I was
head.
like the leaf
There's
blower.
something going on.
The leaf blower was
Oh,
really loud
excuses,
today.
excuses.
There's my white guy problem. The leaf blower.
There you go.
Really
Yeah,
loud.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That may be an
D.N.
exciting
Arrington
incident.
asks about Black Sheep.
Oh,
Black Sheep. You know what? That's not my favorite Chris Farley film, but
Wait, nope, wrong movie.
Beverly Hills Ninja?
Sorry, nope. He's asking about the 2006 horror film called Black Sheep.
No!
can I talk about the Chris Farley one?
Yeah, we'd rather talk about
Because
that.
I
think.
have to say that I love Tommy Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. For sure. I'm
2006
with you.
Black Sheep. You don't know that? All right, so get rid of 2006. Watch this. Here we go. TriCaster in action. Watch this. Sorry, D.N. Arrington. We're going to take away your 2006 and
Gonna
pretend
go
that's
back
Black
in
Sheep, the other movie. It's the
time.
comedy movie Black Sheep.
Yes,
Boom.
Rent. Although it's not funny.
Why would you rent it then?
No,
Because it's Chris Farley and he's
Chris Farley's
dead.
never funny.
look.
No, Tommy Boy's really good.
I
Chris Farley's
think
not funny.
I think you could go buy because if I'm not mistaken, I believe there is the DVD combo pack of Tommy Boy and Black Sheep.
Oh, you didn't
My
know about
understanding,
that.
there's a DVD combo pack of Black Sheep with Black Sheep, the horror film.
There really should
I'm looking
be.
for that.
I think
There really
should
should
They
be.
have that. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D.N. Arrington.
Rubber of its day.
Oh my God, 3 seconds to. We're not. We went over an hour.
Oh,
There we go.
Good night,
From
everybody.
The
Good
YouTube
night.
chat, youtube.com/streaminggarage. We are live on there as well, and they featured us #1 today. So thank you very much, YouTube.
Nice.
We appreciate it. And Google, who owns YouTube. Cage Kev Sama.
I thought we were done. I thought he was saying
asked
goodbye.
about Kill Bill. Last one. Kill Bill
Oh.
from YouTube live.
Kill
Gonna
Bill.
be YouTube live or featured.
Now the thing with Kill Bill, which is a buy, but for me it's a buy. But when really, you don't like Kill Bill?
Hold on, let him get to it. You got to.
It's a buy.
All right.
No,
you
I'm
can
saying
yell at him.
that there's a we're hoping for the Tarantino Blu-ray of the Kill Bill.
Right,
Complete
right, right.
Epic is
right,
what
right.
they.
Kill Bill though is it's orgiastic, excess, run amok. Look, I feel like Kill Bill was organized as one just damn intervention, like a cinematic intervention by the brothers Weinstein to get Quentin Tarantino off his ass and back making movies, and that's all fine and well, but it doesn't have a sort of coherent point of view, and so it's just like you regurgitated all this stuff. It's one vomitous pile of a script, all these ideas, and then that's why it became 2 movies. And I agree with you. There's some really bravura filmmaking. There's some interesting stuff in there. Uma Thurman gives a great performance, but no, it's a rent barely for me because
Whoa, controversial.
because there's interesting stuff in there, but it does not hold together as a single
Are
film.
you okay with that, Mark?
It's a Brent.
Deb's fighting words.
Hey!
That is like fanboy ground zero right there. We talk about Tarantino and Kill Bill. That is good
Bring
times.
it.
Huh?
Bring it.
Oh, I can see the YouTube comments already.
Yeah.
I love. Here's what I
There's
love.
good stuff in there. It's just
I've said this.
Doesn't
to
hold
Wade,
together.
I've said this on the show. The reason why I love Tarantino, even when he's not up to snuff, is the same reason why I love Robert Rodriguez, who annoys the crap out of me. Which is the same reason why I love Woody Allen, by the way. Which is the same reason why I love Terrence Malick. Where am I going with this? You're asking.
You're losing
I'm going
me.
to tell you.
you're losing me.
Is because they are 4 directors. I did say 4. Right? They're 4 directors who you get the sense that they do whatever they want.
Right.
No studio interference.
Right.
No notes.
Right.
No, there's no 28-year-old
That isn't always a good
development
thing.
executive.
I don't disagree with you, but that's not always a good thing. Witness Sucker Punch. Okay.
No, but but the thing is that Zack Snyder sucks, right? These are guys where you can
Wow.
you trust their aesthetic
That doesn't mean they're not.
sensibilities.
That doesn't mean they're incapable of making a bad movie. Though.
That's true, but you know what? I feel like
Look, it's an interesting film, but that doesn't mean they can't make a bad film.
true. But if they make a bad film, at least I feel like that bad film came directly from them. It was their sensibility that didn't work for me. It's not like it was compromised and re-edited and gotten a bunch of notes and you wind up with a thing that isn't what the director wanted. If it's going to be bad, I want it to be bad knowing it is exactly the vision that the director had.
Right.
You know, like Sucker Punch, I know now that I hate Zack Snyder even more than I ever thought I would.
There you go.
Because that film was all him.
Yeah.
So now I know that he just blows all ways from Tuesday.
He's someone who should not be allowed near a script for whatever movie he's directing.
And it can be argued that he hasn't been.
Well, I think he was very much allowed near the script with Sucker Punch. I mean, that was his dream project, et cetera, et cetera. So,
And you know what? It's, by the way, just before we wrap it up.
I was going to take one more, actually.
oh,
Well, it's YouTube Live. These people came to watch you on YouTube, and they're subscribing, and it's all new, and
They came
they're
to watch
featuring
you
us. Like, this is a
get
big
hit?
deal. YouTube Live is a big deal, and we've been featured since day 1. So we got to take one more from them.
yeah.
Okay, fine.
Hello, Chris Thompson on YouTube asks about Badlands.
You got to live them every day. Let your broken heart stand for the price you got to pay. Keep pushing until it's understood, and those Badlands start treating you good.
Wow.
Is it Maya Angelou?
Wow.
It's Bruce
wow.
Springsteen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Badlands, Terrence Malick, buy it 17 times. Terrence
Yes.
Malick, buy
Beautiful film.
Terrence Malick has
beautiful
done like
film.
5 films in 40 years.
It's a buy for me as well, yeah.
You know, and each one is
But he's really
just-
picking up the pace now. I mean, let's be honest. I mean,
You know what? He waited
he didn't
20
do a film
years
for 20 years. Yeah.
between Days of Heaven
Yeah.
and Thin Red Line.
Yeah.
Now you got Thin Red Line, you got The New World.
Yep.
You've got Tree of Life, which premiered in Cannes. And by the way, rumor has it that his latest film, which stars Ben Ben Affleck, which is really scary. He's already
And Rachel Weisz.
And Rachel Weisz. He's already shot it.
Yeah.
He's already shot it. He's editing it.
Yep.
Now, by the way, just because Terrence Malick has started editing a film, that doesn't mean it's coming out like in the next 6 months.
Right.
He could be editing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Literally.
He probably will be. In
You
fact.
know,
I mean, I
his-
don't know if there's, CGI and dinosaurs in this one. It sounds like probably not, but.
Well, what I'm hoping is that he edits it for 2 years, then he decides that Ben Affleck can't act,
Ooh.
and he reshoots the whole film with somebody else.
With Shane West, is what you're saying.
Which, all right, is that it, Producer Mike?
That is it. Don't forget to go to the iTunes. All you gotta do is iTunes, search Stupid for Movies, and please feel free to also search Super Scary Horror Theater. Why don't you add both of them? That would be great and help us a lot. Otherwise, go to streaminggarage.com and you can kind of see everything. And Roku within the next week or two. I'm actually flying to New York to talk at Blog World. So if you're in New York, feel free to come to Blog World on Wednesday, May 25th. And I'll be discussing how we're on Roku and kind of demonstrating it as well.
Look at that. And by the way,
Nice.
one last thing. Thank you, Brent Simon, everybody.
Yeah.
Brent Simon. Thank you for sitting
Thank
in
you.
for our rant monkey, Wade Major. All right, everybody, that's it. Thanks to the crew. Good night.
Thanks.
And nail down the set.